Good morning, students. So in today's video, class 9th, matter in our surroundings, and we are going to discuss about the diffusion. Diffusion, actually, by the diffusion, we want to prove that the particles of the matter, they are continuously moving. So first of all, I will tell about the diffusion. What is the diffusion, students? Diffusion actually it is the spontaneous intermixing of particles on their own. Means students, particles है वो spontaneous at the same time अपने आप मिक्स हो जाते हैं. एंड ये पार्टिकल्स का मिक्स होना किसी भी मीडियम में, दिस इज द डिफ्यूजन. द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिफ्यूजन वी कैन सी इन ऑल द थ्री स्टेट्स ऑफ द मैटर, बट दिस रेट ऑफ द डिफ्यूजन इज मैक्सिमम इन द गैसियस स्टेट एंड मिनिमम इन द सॉलिड स्टेट्स. So students, diffusion is the spontaneous intermixing of particles on their own is called diffusion. Students, for the diffusion, very simple examples I am going to set with you. In earlier video also I told you that if someone opens a bottle of perfume, then if you open that bottle in one corner of your house and within no second in the whole house, पूरे घर में the sweet smell of the scent immediately spreads and everybody come to know that, wow, what a nice smell, what a sweet smell. So this is diffusion. If in the evening at the time of puja, if at your home someone lights agarbatti, so by the smell of agarbatti your whole house becomes scented because of the particles of the scent that is burnt while we burnt the agarbatti. The particles, they got the heat energy, their kinetic energy increased. Due to their kinetic energy, they starts moving randomly and they got mixed into the air, and through the air they reach to us. So this is the diffusion. This is the diffusion. Students, I have given one example, diffusion in liquid, that if you take 100 ml of water and if you add only 5 to 10 gram KMnO4, potassium permanganate, then you see that whole water's colors become colorful. Why? Because the particles of this potassium, this KMnO4, potassium permanganate, they spread into whole water. So what is this? They have got mixed with the water molecules. This is also one example of diffusion. So students, this diffusion is very important topic, and this diffusion actually it depends on some factors. So the factors on which diffusion depends some factors are there on which rate of diffusion depends. First of all, rate of diffusion, your rate of diffusion is proportionally temperature. Proportionally temperature. Here, what is this means of the proportional sign? Students, if the temperature increases, then a rate of diffusion also increases. If the temperature decreases, then rate of diffusion also decreases. Why? Because on increasing the temperature, particles kinetic energy increases. When kinetic energy increases, they start moving randomly with a high speed, and due to that high speed, their intermixing state, आपस में intermixing state, and they also collide to each other, और उनके बीच के पार्टिकल्स के बीच के कॉलिजन्स बढ़ जाएगी स्टूडेंट्स, and ultimately a rate of diffusion also increases. For like that, if any hot food is there, then the smell of that hot food, ये जो गर्म खाना है उसकी जो स्मेल है वो स्टूडेंट्स काफ़ी दूर तक हो जाती है. बट इफ फूड इज नॉट फ्रेशली प्रिपेयर्ड, मीन्स नाउ फूड इज cold, and when food is cold, then the kinetic energy of the particles of the food is low, and that's why they will not moving in that much speed. Due to that, rate of diffusion will get affected, and we will have less smell in comparison to that freshly prepared food. The rate of diffusion. So I told that a rate of diffusion is directly proportional to the temperature. This is the first factor. And second factor is a rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the density of the material. It means, students, if density of the material, if the density of any solution, if the density of any substance is less, it means it is less denser, then rate of diffusion will fast. If the density is more, it means the rate of diffusion is less. For example, students, if I take the example of water and honey, so you know water will get diffused faster in comparison to the honey because of the density. And students, third point is density is a rate of this diffusion is also proportional to the P for pressure. It means when pressure will be increased, then a rate of diffusion will also increase, and vice versa. So students, it was the evidence about the particles are continuously moving. And now second evidence, that is Brownian motion. Brownian motion. What is this Brownian motion, students? Students, Robert Brown, a chemist, he took some pollens and he placed that pollens on the surface of water, and he saw the motion of that pollens, because pollens are very tiny. So he saw the motion of the pollen under the microscope, and he found that the pollens, they were moving continuously in a zigzag path. So this zigzag movement of the particles, the zigzag movement of the pollens, he said Brownian motion. So this Brownian motion is also the second evidence that particles are continuously moving. Now students, we will see the next content, and that next content is very important content, students. That is yours temperature scales. Temperature scales. Some scales are used to measure the temperature. We have got three scales of the temperature. These scales are used to measure the temperature. That are, first is Celsius scale. First is Celsius scale. It's short, we write in like this, degree Celsius. Celsius scale. On the Celsius scale, the melting point of ice taken at 0 degree Celsius, boiling point of water taken as 100 degree Celsius, freezing point of water (0 degree Celsius). So these are the Celsius scales. So on the Celsius scale, boiling point of water is 100 degree Celsius, freezing point of water is 0 degree Celsius, students, and melting point of ice is also 0 degree Celsius. 0 degree Celsius. Next is Fahrenheit scale. Next is Fahrenheit scale. This is denoted by degree F. This is the another scale to measure the temperature of the substance. So students, on the Fahrenheit scale, the freezing point of water is 32 degree Fahrenheit. 32 degree Fahrenheit. At 32 degree Fahrenheit, water freezes, students, at 32 degrees. And boiling point, if you see the boiling point of water, this is 212 degree. Fahrenheit. Now students, we have got a formula that we use for the interchanging of degree Celsius to Fahrenheit scale and Fahrenheit scale to degree Celsius. So this formula is very important formula, students. So we will see this formula first. Formula to change degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit. Okay, students. Yes. So this is degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. By this formula, we can convert, if temperature is given in degree Celsius, then we can convert in degree Fahrenheit. For example, suppose that you are given degree Celsius is suppose that 60 degree. 60 degree Celsius you are given. So in this formula, if you put in place of this C 60 and after getting solve, we will get the answer in degree Fahrenheit. So here degree Fahrenheit is equal to here 9 by 5, then multiplied by whatever the value of C is there. Here the value of C is 60, then here putting 60 and after that plus 32. So this you can cancel by 12 and 12 9 ja 108 plus 32 and answer is 140 degree. So answer came in Fahrenheit. Okay students, and same example, suppose that you are having degree Celsius is 100 degree. ठीक है ना, in Celsius you have got the temperature that is 100 degree, and this 100 degree Celsius we want to see in Fahrenheit, then just see what answer will come. So in place of 100 you have to put what? This 9 upon 5. You know this 100 degree Celsius is the boiling point of water in degree Celsius, and now we will see that boiling point of water in Fahrenheit what will come. So 9 by 5 here and then multiplied by here what? In place of C you write here 100 and then plus 32 and then you get cancel it and you will get here 180 and then plus 32. Okay, 12 9 ja 180 plus 32. So it becomes your 9 by 5 into here in place of C, here we have put 100 and here plus 32 is there. So if you will cancel out, then 25 ja 100, so 29 ja 180 plus 32 and 180 and 32, you will get 212 degree Fahrenheit. This thing I have told you. So this is the formula by which we can get the value in degree Celsius as well as in a degree Fahrenheit. Okay students, so in today's video this is enough, and in next video we will have one